Hey fam, how y'all doing today? Welcome back to History Highlights with Laney. Hope you all are learning a lot this Black History Month. In this video, we will highlight two exceptional people. First, Phyllis Wheatley, a poet, born 1753, died 1784. Phyllis's literacy skills were apparent early on. She published her first story when she was about 14 years old. For anyone, this would be a major event. But Phyllis was a slave, so it truly was unique. Her original name, date of birth, and exact birthplace are all unknown. When she was only 8 years old, she was taken from her family's home in Africa and sold to a trader, then transported across the Atlantic to Boston, Massachusetts, aboard a ship named the Phyllis. She was then resold to a man named John Wheatley, who purchased her to be a personal servant for his wife. The Wheatleys soon recognized her intelligence and began to nurture it. They taught Phyllis everything from mythology to theology, an education that was rare for a woman and nearly unheard of for a woman of color. With the family's backing, she traveled to England to purchase her first book, which was Poems on Various Subjects. She was the first African American woman poet ever to be published. She corresponded with George Washington and a famous French writer who called her a master of English verse. Her work was so powerful that abolitionists used it as examples of the intelligence and promise of Black people. In 1767, she was emancipated. Unfortunately, she struggled financially and lived in poverty for the rest of her life. She received a great deal of praise during her lifetime. She continued writing, but was not able to find a publisher in America. Her natural talent and body of work live on as fundamental contributions to American literature. Next, we have Benjamin Banneker, 1731 1806. He was an inventor and a farmer. Although Benjamin attended school for only a few years before working on his father's farm, he loved to read and study. He became so good at math that people came from all around Maryland to test him with questions. They were amazed at how quickly he answered them. He would ask math questions too, writing them as poems. Wow. Benjamin wanted to use his ability to help people. At 15, he created an irrigation system that kept water flowing to his farm's crops. It was so effective that even during droughts, the Banneker's farm flourished. In 1753, he became fascinated with a friend's watch. Watches were rare at that time, and his friend let him borrow it. Benjamin studied the watch and eventually built his own full-size clock, the first built in America. News of Benjamin's clock spread throughout Maryland, and he was approached by a landowner and amateur astrologist. The two became friends, and the landowner gave Benjamin some of his equipment and books. Benjamin became obsessed with the stars, lying down outside at night to observe the sky. then going to sleep after dawn. People saw him in bed during the day. They thought he was lazy. As his knowledge grew, Benjamin even spotted errors in the landowner's books. Around 1791, Benjamin wrote a chart of the movements of the stars and planets. The landowner's cousin, Andrew, asked Benjamin to be his assistant for a very special project, surveying and designing land that would become Washington, D.C., the young nation's new capital. Benjamin agreed, and they set to do the work, which is Washington, D.C., the capital. So the next time you visit the capital, think about the black man, Benjamin Banneker, who helped design the White House in Washington, D.C. When Benjamin finished the project, he returned home and worked on the Almanac, which is a book about upcoming natural events. So not only did he help design the White House, he also invented the Almanac. He used his writings to speak out about the injustice of slavery and defend the humanity and intelligence of black people. He was an exceptional scientist and inventor who helped shape the American history. So there you have it. A little bit of history on two exceptional people during this Black History Month. Be well, stay safe, and stay in peace, not pieces. Subscribe and hit that bell so you will know every time I upload a video. Word of the year, forward, forward, forward. Love y'all, fam. See you soon.